Beneath the streets of New York City, a secret battle wages between 4 humanoid turtles and a ninja covered in blades known as the Shredder.
A kitchen utensil?
Many legends surround the Shredder's origins. Some say he's the reincarnation of an ancient Japanese warrior. Some say he's an alien disguised as a man. And some say he's a bumbling idiot who sounds like Uncle Phil.
But I don't want to conquer this place. I want to conquer Earth.
Either way, every legend agrees on one thing. He's an absolute badass.
Before he was called the Shredder, he was Oroku Saki, a member of the Japanese ninjutsu Foot Clan. He trained alongside his rival, Hamato Yoshi.
They weren't just rivals in martial arts, but in the search for love as well. They both pined for the lovely lady Tang Shen, but unfortunately for our future Shredder, she only had eyes for Yoshi. Hamato Yoshi, not the dinosaur, that'd be weird.
Jealous, Oroku Saki attacked Yoshi, but in his rage, accidentally struck down Tang Shen.
Leaving Yoshi and his beloved for dead, Saki took over the Foot Clan and began a worldwide crime spree under his new name.
Now you face the Shredder.
You know, I wonder, did he mean to name himself after a cheese grater? Speaking of which, if his armor didn't make it obvious enough, Shredder's got a weird spike fetish. This guy's got him all over his legs, arms, shoulders, even his head.
That headpiece, the Kuro Kabuto, is a relic passed down through the Foot Clan for over 1,500 years. Forged from the totems of the clan's defeated enemies, it was formed into an alloy that's stronger than steel. Plus, it just looks awesome.
Obviously, his armor is also a kick-ass weapon, and he can cut anyone down with the Tekko Kage claws on his wrists.
Which literally translates to back-of-the-hand hooks.
Perfect for backhanding. It doesn't cover all that much, but he needs freedom of movement because, you know, he's a ninja. Plus, would you want to get anywhere near a guy covered in razors? Yeah, I don't think so.
Ninjutsu is comprised of 18 separate disciplines, and Shredder is a master of all of them. This includes stealth, espionage, pyrotechnics, horsemanship, and plenty of weaponry.
Yeah, like swords, spears, bow staves, and throwing weapons. But it's not like he needs them anyway. He's skilled in unarmed combat, too.
Now a master of his craft, the Shredder led the Foot Clan to New York City,
where he found out Hamato Yoshi wasn't quite as dead as he thought.
As a matter of fact, Yoshi had transformed into a rat person and was raising 4 adolescent genetically altered shinobi terrapins. But that's another story altogether. With his hatred reinvigorated, the Shredder swore to end his lifelong enemy once and for all.
Every time Shredder fought these Ninja Turtles, he proved why he's the leader of the Foot Clan. I mean, he's strong enough to tear through steel shipping containers with his claws, chop down trees in one sword swing, and throw around mutants several times his size like they're nothing.
One such mutant, Leatherhead, weighs well over 300 pounds.
Alright, I know that's the official weight according to some toy, but look at him! Compared to the Turtles, he should weigh half a ton.
Either way, the Shredder survived Leatherhead chomping down on his midsection. The femur, the strongest bone in the human body, breaks at a pressure of about 1,700 pounds per square inch. A normal, unmutated American alligator can bite with a force of nearly 3,000 psi. And Leatherhead's bite is surely stronger.
Meaning Shredder should have split in half. But nope, he was back up kicking some leather butt literally 5 seconds later.
The Shredder is a cunning strategist and talented warrior. He's fought 8 mutants in combat all at once, disarming every single one of them. What's more, while intimidating an Italian mob boss and his bodyguards, he did this. The most well-trained human eyes are capable of detecting movements occurring in 1/220th of a second, meaning Shredder's slash could have been even faster than that.
But sometimes Shreds needs just a bit more juice to get the job done. Literally, when you see him crack open a green one, he's not doing it to hang out with the boys.
In times of desperation, Shredder is known to resort to risking it all by consuming mutagen,
transforming him into Super Shredder.
He must have drank all of it! It's a Super Shredder!
While this form has given him different enhancements in different iterations, it usually grants him immense strength, inhuman durability, and even teleportation and the power to shoot lightning.
You know, that's probably because mutagen's not an exact science and it's bound to get random at times.
That's true, Boomstick.
I did a science!
Good job.
Well, he's toughed out a sword shattering against his skin and even falling around 1,000 feet onto a steel beam. Man, you'd think this guy would never lose anything, ever. But you'd also be super wrong.
Shredder has his fair share of downsides. This includes a weakness to garbage trucks.
Oops.
Newborn infants.
They're babies!
The power of music.
I hate music!
A strange fascination with eating his enemies.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
And wood.
Jeez, were the 90s always this stupid?
Yeah. Thankfully, despite his failures, the Shredder keeps getting back up. Faster, stronger, and much more terrifying.
The true battle starts now!
In 1944, America's forests faced an ever-increasing threat. With nearly 16 million men battling Nazis overseas, little manpower remained to combat the spread of forest fires. Every year, 30 million acres of trees would go up in smoke.
Damn, that's even more trees than Snoop Dogg can burn.
America needed a new hero, someone who could prevent these disastrous blazes from occurring in the first place.
And then along came a lovable cartoon bear named Smokey.
So remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
As a mascot, Smokey Bear did what he could to inspire the American people. He even partnered with Bambi to teach the ways of fire safety. However, Smokey was still merely a dream, a figment of imagination, until one fateful day in the Capitan Mountains of New Mexico.
What do you know? A forest fire broke out. The mountain trees were annihilated in a blaze so intense the 30 firefighters called to action were almost incinerated. Thousands of forest critters either fled or died. All but one.
Atop a smoldering tree clung a lone survivor, a small black bear cub. His paws burnt, his family lost to the flames.
So after firefighters rescued him, there was only one name that fit. Smokey.
Well, first they named him Hotfoot Teddy, but they couldn't waste such a great PR opportunity.
Adopted into the National Zoo at Washington, D.C., young Smokey became the living symbol of fire prevention. They even made an animated short of his new official origin story, and it's pretty horrifying, actually.
The public adored young Smokey. He received so much fan mail he had to get his own zip code. And since then, Smokey has successfully helped prevent forest fires and promote fire safety for over 70 years.
And boy, oh boy, has he done a good job.
Drown your campfires with water. Make sure it's totally wet. Then stir and drown again.
Indeed, in just the first 20 years, annual forest fire damage dropped over 80%.
Yeah, thanks to Smokey's advice, I've never started a forest fire in my entire life.
I don't believe that.
To my knowledge, I've had plenty of opportunities.
Well, I'm impressed. I didn't think you took anybody's advice so seriously.
Why wouldn't I take Smokey's? This guy started a fire safety club, picked up ventriloquism, and even taught the Addams family to put out fires. You know, the people who love pain and things that are generally bad for you?
He's befriended the creatures of the forest, much like a Disney princess, and even infiltrated Disney itself to teach their characters about fire safety. Also, unlike most mascots at the time, he's successfully protected his dignity through the toughest social experience in recent history, the 90s.
Respect the forest. Protect our trees. Oh, what am I doing? This isn't me.
Smoke, we agreed you'd talk to kids in their language.
I know, but I'll just give it to them straight.
Oh, and in case you forgot, he's also a goddamn bear.
An American black bear, to be precise. The largest black bears are over 7 feet tall and exceed 800 pounds, which seems to match Smokey's own size.
Smokey's got plenty to fight with, like his razor-sharp claws, his trusty shovel, and enough muscle to rip your arm off Chewbacca style. And then you have to worry about fighting a bear that's armed.
Was that a pun? It wasn't even bear-related.
Wiz, you can't even bear the amount of puns I've got. What have you got?
As if. Unlike Boomstick, Smokey isn't one to just do the bare minimum. In fact, bears in general are quite durable creatures thanks to their stout anatomy, including a skeleton so stable it endures long hibernation without withering.
You better believe Smokey is strong too. Bears his size can break trees and flip over boulders weighing more than 350 pounds. When he was just a cub, Smokey even smashed this shitty little house to bits.
He's surprisingly stealthy, able to sneak up on people in broad daylight with barely a sound. Also, black bears can run up to 30 miles per hour.
That's what makes the bear cavalry so dangerous. Aside from that, he's accomplished many unbelievable feats to keep the forest safe, like manipulating time.
And also when he disguised himself as a woman without bearing any resemblance to his real body. Boomstick, why don't you introduce his greatest feat with your baritone voice?
Prepare yourself, because Smokey can magically grow so large he's bigger than Godzilla. Look at the size of him.
All just to emphasize a point, much like how I'm owning this unbearable pun war.
Oh, I'm still going. I hope you brought some sort of non-perishable snack, because I can do this all day. You're gonna be so embarrassed when you lose.
No, that'll never happen when it's me versus you.
Ha! You missed a bear pun. You're out.
Ursus is Latin for bear, moron.
Ah, damn it! You know Latin's my weakness. If only I was a bear, then my only weakness would be bear traps, bear repellent, and bear mace. You know, shit that people had to make to stop bears since they're so unstoppable.
There are some techniques to increase your chances of surviving a bear attack. Some say you can punch your arm down their throat to induce uncontrollable vomiting. Although I wouldn't recommend that because you're definitely going to lose your arm.
And it's gross.
Honestly, all you can really do is make yourself look as large and intimidating as possible.
Now I know a foolproof way to escape a bear. You just gotta be faster than the guy next to you.
Well, it's a good thing Smokey chose a life of education and isn't chasing people down. The last thing you want after you is an 8-foot-tall bear with a giant shovel and a grudge.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Smokey, look, Smoke!
I gotta get back to the forest.